Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom surrounded by rolling hills and golden sunsets, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. She was kind, gentle, and warm-hearted, with a smile so radiant it could brighten even the darkest room. Her heart was full of love, and her spirit shone like morning sunlight. But life had not been easy for Cinderella. Her beloved mother had passed away when she was still very young, leaving behind memories filled with warmth and gentle lullabies. Cinderella often remembered her mother's soft voice telling her stories of magic, hope, and kindness, stories that kept her heart strong even in difficult times. After her mother's death, Cinderella's father remarried. At first, Cinderella hoped for happiness again, but sadly, her new stepmother was cold and selfish. She had two daughters of her own, and they were just as cruel and jealous as their mother. The stepmother despised Cinderella's beauty and kind nature. She feared that Cinderella's gentle heart would outshine her own daughters, and so she treated Cinderella unfairly, forcing her to do all the household chores from morning till night. While her stepsisters wore fine dresses and lived in luxury, Cinderella dressed in old rags. Sweeping floors, washing dishes, and cleaning fireplaces. Yet, despite all this cruelty, Cinderella never let bitterness enter her heart. She remained kind, she remained gentle, and she never stopped believing in goodness. Whenever her heart felt heavy, Cinderella would escape to the garden. There, among blooming flowers and whispering trees, she found comfort. Birds perched on her shoulders, mice scampered at her feet, and gentle animals became her closest friends. She spoke to them softly, sharing her dreams and her hopes, and they listened. One bright morning, exciting news spread throughout the kingdom. The prince was hosting a grand royal ball at the palace, and every maiden in the land was invited. Music, laughter, and magic would fill the palace halls. Cinderella's stepsisters squealed with excitement. For weeks, they practiced their dance moves, tried on gowns, and admired themselves in the mirror. The house buzzed with anticipation. Cinderella watched quietly from the corner, her hands busy with chores. A small spark of hope flickered in her heart. She dreamed of attending the ball, just once, to see the palace and experience the magic her mother had once spoken of. But her stepmother quickly crushed that dream. "You?" she scoffed. "You will stay home and finish your chores." And so, on the night of the ball, Cinderella stood alone in the quiet house. The fireplace crackled softly as tears filled her eyes. She whispered a wish into the night air, a wish for magic, for hope, for something wonderful to happen. Suddenly, the room glowed with a gentle light. A beautiful figure appeared before her, kind eyes, a warm smile, and a voice as soft as moonlight. It was her fairy godmother. Cinderella told her everything: the ball, her dreams, and the unkindness she had endured. The fairy godmother smiled and lifted her wand. "Don't worry, my child," she said. "You shall go to the ball." With a wave of her wand, magic filled the room. Cinderella's rags transformed into a breathtaking gown that shimmered like starlight. Glass slippers sparkled on her feet. A pumpkin became a magnificent carriage. Mice turned into strong white horses, and Cinderella gasped in wonder. "Remember, my dear, the magic will end at midnight. When the clock strikes 12, you must return home." Cinderella nodded gratefully and stepped into the carriage, her heart racing with joy. At the palace, music floated through the air. When Cinderella entered the ballroom, everything stopped. All eyes turned to her. The prince noticed her immediately. Captivated by her beauty and grace, he approached her, and together they danced as if the world around them had disappeared. Cinderella laughed, smiled, and felt happier than she had ever felt before. But then the clock began to chime. Fear filled her heart. She remembered the warning. Cinderella rushed away, leaving behind a stunned prince. As she ran down the grand staircase, one glass slipper slipped from her foot, but she didn't stop. When midnight struck, the magic faded. Cinderella found herself back in her old clothes, holding only the memory of a perfect night. The next morning, the prince vowed to find the mysterious maiden. Carrying the glass slipper, he traveled across the kingdom, trying it on every young woman. When he reached Cinderella's home, her stepsisters eagerly tried to force their feet into the slipper, but it would not fit. Hidden in the shadows, Cinderella stepped forward. "May I try?" she asked softly. The prince agreed. As Cinderella placed her foot into the slipper, it fit perfectly. The prince smiled with joy. He had found her. Despite everything, Cinderella forgave her stepsisters and chose kindness over anger. And so, Cinderella and the prince were reunited, proving that goodness, love, and a kind heart can overcome any hardship. And they lived happily ever after.